Hello friends. So it's Sarah at my art studio again. Today I am, well, for those of you who are new here, I guess I'll still do that little introductory bit. So my name's Sarah, as I said. I make these little videos, kind of like a little philosophy corner at my art studio, Painting with a Purpose, in the Arts and Entertainment District of Hagerstown in Maryland. And yeah, and I just kind of, as most of you already probably know, but I do get some new subscribers. So like I said, I'm just throwing this in here. I probably always should. It's probably a good thing to do, but yeah, and today, so I was thinking, and I'll get into it as usual. I was thinking about how I usually always say it could always be you, and lately, it's been me, ironically. And again, and I'm ready for that because whatever life throws my way, I'll always try to catch it with grace. I am not a stranger to, like circumstances, maybe not going as I planned, but that's kind of the whole point, that's life. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans, but I don't really ascribe to that notion either, because I think as much that is in our control, we do have the ability to control that, and not so much like for a means to an end, because like I don't really believe that it takes the fun out of life when you can control everything. And I don't mean control in like a restrictive kind of way. It's more so just, I think everyone likes to be able to kind of have a trajectory of how their day is going to go. But that said, so my car died last week, and I'm trying to take the good and the bad. I was really devastated at first because I've just opened my studio about a week and a half ago, as you guys already know. And so I need transportation across state lines, obviously, even though my studio is right across the West Virginia, Maryland border. I live in West Virginia, I work in Maryland. It's about like a 20-30 minute drive depending which way you take, but I was pretty devastated because realizing I don't have a car to go to my studio to make money. This is a vegan mocha, by the way. Almond milk, iced mocha, marshmallow flavor, and white chocolate and espresso. So vegan for the animals, as always. But my point being, I was pretty bummed out because obviously I need sadly, we live in a society, so I need money to be able to buy a new car, and having all of my money that I had in my savings dumped into this business has been really challenging. But I mean, I was hoping it was a good investment, but now my car is broken down. I didn't have any kind of backup plan, the whole plan B I was talking about. No plan at all is always the best plan, but thankfully, my friend Tim, shout out to Tim, dude. And I always say, I'll preface it by saying this. I always say, if you're a good person, good things will, come in your favor. And some people say that's bullshit. Some people say that that's, just naive thinking. I think there's some truth in that. But also, and I'm very grateful for this. So my friend Tim, a guy who works on my car, so he and his wife each have their own car, and then he has a spare car. So he was so kind that he let me borrow his spare car. Really nice guy, honestly. But as much as I say that, I'm a good person and that's why this comes back to me, people like Tim are an even better example of what a good person is in that capacity for kindness and giving and being selfless. And I absolutely am not going to take advantage of this or squander this. I'm going to use this to my advantage while not taking advantage of it. And there is a difference, and be very grateful for this opportunity, and use this opportunity to continue to have my store open, and hopefully in the next couple months I will be able to buy a new car. So very grateful for people like Tim. That's it honestly restored my faith in humanity. And again, so it's a great reminder, you know, it could always be you. Well, last week it was me, and I was a mess. I was crying, and like, shout out to my friend Dylan for helping me get like my car towed. I have some really, really great, like, wholesome people in my life. You know, even like acquaintances, like people that I'm just reflecting on, people that have helped me like get where I am today. I wouldn't be who I am today if it were not for like the good people in my life. So it's all in perspective, honestly. And I just try and try and try to use that to um to just like the greater visibility, if that makes sense. Like I would like to, when I, you know, when I do more charity events and stuff, we just did a bridal shower here, like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and the young lady who did it wanted to donate some of the proceeds from the donations for her bridal shower to national parks, and I thought that was so nice. She's going on her and I'm actually going to the wedding on Saturday. She's one of my acquaintances as well, but I thought that was really cool because it's like, you never know the connections you make feel, you know, like people will see that you're a person and they want that energy around them. And I'm just so grateful that I do what I do, being of service and like making a small impact and like just bringing the good energy. Because I realize the more that I do, like, you know, charity events and like social events and stuff like that, it's like I kind of realize like I am the product, but I don't have to sell myself and I don't have to be fake. I am just like an authentic person. Like if you are yourself, like your true genuine self, people will like you. That's the only thing I can say. And it's not even about for the sake of people liking you. I mean, I know everyone wants to be likable, but like what matters the most to me is that like I'm able to make a difference where it matters, like where it's needed, you know, like the stuff that I do with like rescuing animals, the stuff that I do with like you know, like I put myself out there. And I used to have like really bad social anxiety. I could not imagine myself doing this years ago. And like it's just crazy, and I can't help but think that like all of the good things that are happening in my life, even with the bad, you know, I have more good days than bad days, and I can't help but think like this is because of some kindness, you know, like the time 2 years ago when I like pulled over in the middle of the road to like help a possum that was bleeding from its mouth, and I held it as it bled out because there was nothing else I could do, but I sat with him until he died. Or just endless acts of kindness. We have to do endless acts of kindness and hope that it all counts for something, or that like that it like it will count for something. And it will. And I think that it will. And just I don't know, I'm very grateful. I guess this video isn't really to like, I say it's like my philosophy corner, but I mean, it's not even really anything philosophical right now except for like the moral philosophy side of it, because that's really I think what I care about is like being a good person, doing the right thing, and not for the sake of, you know, because like sometimes the right thing doesn't look like what other people think is like mainstream, or what other people think is like the good thing, the cool thing. You know, the right thing isn't always in style, but that doesn't mean that you should forfeit doing it or that you shouldn't try to do it. Like you should. And so I always do. I don't care if it's like, you know, counterproductive to like the whole mainstream narrative. I don't really care about any of that. You know, being an artist and having my own art studio, it's been very financially draining, but I will say that's how you can tell that like someone's not in it for the money. I could easily get a job that pays more and I would suffer through it because I would be selling my soul. But you know, with my studio, I just trust it. I put faith in it. And I believe in it, and I believe in what I'm doing, and I'm really glad that other people are starting to slowly see that, you know, what I do is real and it's genuine. And I appreciate that because I'm starting to see there are other good, you know, there's genuinely good people in the world, more of them than we think. We have to give people credit. We have to give them credit, the ones who deserve it, truly. But, you know, I don't know, that's how you know my heart's in it, yeah, because, like, I mean, I'm not making a bunch of money, like, right now with my art studio, but I do it because I love it. It's a passion project that I put into motion, so I deeply always challenge and encourage other people to, like, follow their dreams. I did, and I'm happy, you know, I'm happy. I'm not, you know, like a millionaire or something like that. Obviously, I can't even afford a car right now. I'm not ashamed to say that either, because the money is coming and I know what I'm doing. I have a business plan and all that stuff. So I don't doubt that at all. But um, also, guys, check out my little butterfly ring, my little lotus ring, and then my little turtle ring. Love that guy. But yeah, so, and I do have a lot of really exciting things coming up. So I have Period Bomb, this punk band from LA, Camila Alvarez, she's coming. I've befriended her over the past, really nice person. I've befriended her over the past few months. We talk on Instagram and stuff, but she, excuse me, is coming up in August to stay in Hagerstown for a few days. I'll be hosting, and then John Mouse will be coming. As some of you already probably know who are watching this, I'm really excited about both of those things. But John Mouse is coming to my art studio to do an artistic dialogue in October, so I'm really, really excited. So again, like, follow your dreams. Like, if I can do this shit and I'm just like a fucking 28-year-old who quit my job at Taco Bell to follow my dreams and like just be a good person, just be yourself. The right people will come to you and find you. Like, the right things that are meant for you will come to you, and just trust that the universe really has your back, because everything that you do and everything that you see, stop compartmentalizing it all. It's all you. It's all an experience. It's not even you. Everything. You're watching the screen right now, right? But are you really seeing me, or are you seeing the culmination of all of your thoughts? Everything that you've done up until this moment has put you onto this wavelength that you're experiencing, resonating with this kind of content. So you're probably a decent, good person too if you are watching this. So I will leave you guys with that today. Don't forget, it's all relative, everything. So align with what matters and what is morally correct with you. And know that I appreciate you all deeply, and we're gonna make it out of this mess together. And don't forget to pray for the world, because we really do need prayers, and I'm so serious about that. Like, we need to pray more collectively. So I invite you to say a small quick prayer, excuse me, after this video here in a moment, for all the animals, all the sick, all the hungry, all the homeless, everyone who needs a prayer. Say one for them right now, and say it with your heart. Thank you guys. And I hope you guys have a blessed day as always, and I will see you, and you'll see me in the next video that I do. Don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'll see you then.